Hi, everybody. So we've been of Alchemy. I'm Rick Barrett. Welcome. So today, first of all, we have special guests. Scott and Valerie are here today, and Scott's going to be joining me with in the class. Maybe Valerie. We're going to jump ahead and do part two of the reclaiming lost territory exercises. We'll start off doing a more regular speed of the first part, the part we did last week, and then we'll go and get granular on the next part, and we'll take that as far as we can today. So the just to refresh your memory, the reclaiming lost territory exercises that I've developed over the last say 30 years, and basically the idea is to reclaim the use of your joints and your spine, be able to enhance your flexibility, your range of motion, and also your strength, while at the same time inculcating certain body mechanics that allow us to function uh, at a higher level in our kung fu. So please stand up, and we'll get right after it. So Valerie is joining us today. So here we go. Ta-da! So let's begin with our three pillars. And we're going to get really watery since that's the season. And we're working with our kidney and bladder energy. And we'll begin with three pillars and start and feel the three nails on the insides of your feet. Really establish that. That is your feeling along the medial line of your foot. And now sink into the heel nail. That's primarily there. You're still feeling the weight throughout your foot, but your primary point of contact is to your heel, really feeling that. And this allows you to access that yin chi, allows the yin chi of the earth to come up through the soles of your feet, particularly the bubbling well point. Now reach up with the crown of your head, tuck in your chin. Open your jade pillow gate at the base of the skull. Relax your lower back. Drop your sacrum. Your knees are unlocked. And feel your body centering over your feet in a way that uses the least amount of energy, the least amount of muscular tension. Point reach with your index fingers and feel your energetic coherence. And you do this, just tune into the insubstantial effects that occur whenever you just do that simple thing, point and reach, and feel your fingers. And reach with your elbows and open up your shoulder joints. And feel the chi circulating more freely when your shoulder joints are open. You can feel it in your hands. Let's relax and spiral down to and release the qua. So we're spiraling down to the right, to the left, and just very gently, very smoothly, very fluidly releasing any muscular tension. So you're allowing yourself to stack up your body over your legs and using your legs to give you your support. You're letting go of tension in your hips and your knees and just sinking down into the earth. Good. Now let's Let's do the first exercise. Put your right foot forward, pick up your back heel, your left heel. So notice you want to line up your knee with the inside of your foot. So you're feeling it. It's actually the knee is centered over the foot. You're going to feel that line along the medial line there, that line of support. You have almost no weight in your back foot. The idea here is to release, spiral down, turn, nice and easy. The knee is not moving. Yeah, now go to your back foot, your left foot, pick up your front heel. Same idea here. You're sinking into the heel of your foot, your left foot, and setting the knee and releasing and turning. Notice your arms are just relaxed and they're hanging. Reach out a little bit with your elbows and feel that nice, easy turn. So we're getting the feeling of that support with one leg, and allowing us to then use that as our support and feeling the strength of that and the security of that. Then we're able to turn and move freely from the quad. Now put your left foot forward. Pick up your right heel. Same idea here, nice and easy. You're constantly checking your medial line. That is your power line, and you're feeling that line of support going up the center of your body and connecting on the medial part of your foot, the big toe line in your foot. Shoulders are relaxed, nice and easy. Reaching with the crown of your head, tucking the chin. Feel that the three pillars as you do this. Let's go to the back foot. Pick up your front heel. Same deal. Nice and relaxed. Yeah, and pause a moment. And just feel that and eat the chi. We've been stirring up the energy, moving it around, circulating it. I'm going to pause. We're going to eat the chi and feed your hun, your soul. Good. Now keep your weight, your feet about hip width apart, and turn. And same idea. You're keeping that knee set as you turn. You turn to the other leg and back, and you can then stay in one leg and turn, go back and forth. You can improvise on this. The idea here is we're now still using that one leg as our primary support. And we're adding to the complexity of our actions as we do this. We're getting more and more comfortable being able to support ourselves on one leg. Pick up that heel of the empty foot and really just, so it becomes a real easy kind of thing to do, to be able to feel that sense of confidence, to be able to just hang out there and move. And with the action being directed from the qua. Good. Okay. Next one is Sun Gong. So the idea here, our primary idea is we're reaching with the wrist. So the arm is hanging as if it were hanging by a thread from the wrist. And then we let that go and it comes down. And so we put the arms together, one arm comes in back, the other one comes from behind, and we're turning And just, feel that really nice, relaxed arms, very soon, and turn. And the same thing here. You can stay on one leg and work it, go to the other leg and work it, or you can go back and forth. The idea here is that as you move from leg to leg as your primary support, your substantiality in that leg, you want to do it by releasing the qua rather than rocking your hips from side to side. Okay, so now let's open the jade pillow gate. So that, remember, that's at the base of the skull here. And so the idea is you reach up with the crown of your head, tuck in your chin, and to feel that stretch on the back of your neck where your spine meets your skull, and lift up and drop your chin and feel that stretch at the back of your neck as you open the jade pillow gate. So that when we open the jade pillow gate, this allows the Jingshen, the spirit of vitality, to rise up the spine and into the brain. It allows you to feed your spirit. And to do this, you're raising your spirit and amplifying your spirit as you do this. The key here is you're not using your whole neck. You're just using the very topmost vertebra as your pivot point. All right, now reach out with your arm and reach your head the opposite direction. And feel that stretch there up your neck, down your arm, your shoulder, and open up the tissues there. Move your hand around, move your arm around, move your head around, and just looking for the little challenges where you feel the tightness, the stiffness, and so you can let go of tension in a very gentle kind of way. You're elongating. I don't like to think about it as a stretch, more of a letting go, a releasing that occurs there as you're lengthening the tissues. And you go to the other side and reach, same idea here. You're extending, opening, try your arm in different positions. Good. Now roll your head, gently exploring your range of motion. You may find some sticky points along the way. You can kind of pause those and go back and forth and work those a little bit. And now go the opposite direction. Just pay attention to where you find inhibitions in that range of motion, where your hose might be kinked a little bit, and just kind of work at it and let that go. All right, now let's do turkey head. So push your face forward, pull back, and we're pivoting at the bubbling well point, or not the bubbling well, the jade pillow gate at the base of the skull. So push forward, pull back. Good. All right. So now, that's as far as we got last week. That was part one. Part two, we're going to begin that now. And that's the hands come up, reach up, and arch your back.
Excuse me, aren't you going to do the slow roll down through the spine?
That comes after.
No.
Yeah. What's that?
It comes.
The slow roll down comes first? I've been corrected here. So we're going to do the slow roll down. We're going to roll down the spine, and we're going to take a nice leisurely tour on this one. And the idea, I'm going to do it really fast and show you. So we're starting at the very top, and one by one, I'm going to release the muscles that are supporting my spine while keeping the muscles underneath engaged. And as I go down through the different parts till I get down to here, and then I will straighten my knees and reach down. One thing I like to do with this is as I inhale, so I'll go forward like this with the topmost part of my head, and as I inhale, my head will rise a little bit, and then I'll release, and I'll go to the next one, and then so the inhaling, you're not forcing your neck up. You're just the inhaling kind of fills up your body and raises your head a little bit. So here we go. So we're We're going to begin with the cervical vertebrae. There's 7 of those, and try to do it one at a time. And it doesn't matter if you succeed or not. It's the trying to sense your vertebrae, trying to sense each one is the important part. Because each time you do this, you'll get a little more sensitive and be able to control the muscles that support your spine a little bit better. Good. Now we're going to go to the thoracic. And we got 12 of those. This is your upper back. One more. Now we're going to the lumbar vertebrae. They're the big ones at the bottom of your spine. And there are 5 of those. Good. Now straighten your knees and let your
the weight of your upper body, just reach down. Don't force anything. And breathe. And same idea here. You come up a little bit and release and allow yourself to sink a little more. Don't force it. Just allow the weight of your body to lengthen the tissues in the back of your legs. And now bend your knees, sit down, and stack them up. As you come up, you're starting with your lumbar. Stack those up, 5 of those. Now your thoracic. Up. And now your cervical. And just feel into your body. Feel your interoception. You're looking into your body and feeling. And just feel what feels different there. You don't have to name it, just feel it. Good. So now we're going to hands come up and reach, open your shoulders, open your chest, arch your back, look up at the ceiling, breathe. Good. Hands come up, down your center line, and sink, squat down, round your back, inhale and come up, arch your back and open, inhale and exhale, sink, round your back as you squat down, inhale, exhale, round your back, inhale, open, reach, arch your back, look at the ceiling, and sink. Continue, inhale. Close. Relax. Feel into your body. Eat the chi. We've stirred up quite a bit here, so take your time and eat the chi. Good. Knocking on the door. The idea here is one hand goes up like this, the other one goes back like that. So, and you alternate. We're opening the shoulder joints,
opening the chest and expanding a range of motion. And relax. Pause and eat the chi. Feel the circulation, particularly in your arms and your hands, throughout your body. And this is an important quality of the water chi, water energy, the season, the kidney. You feel that circulation. And it's also feeding into the bone marrow, which then also feeds into your brain. You're feeding your bone marrow also, that's where the blood cells are produced. You're particularly your red blood cells and some white blood cells are produced in your bone marrow. So as you energize that, as you create more of this chi flow in your bone marrow, it enhances the vitality of your whole body mind. And then plus it assists in the creating bone density. So taking a moment to eat the chi is not a bad idea, because then you're allowing that to do the work that it's been set up to do. Okay, next we're doing the big circles. And the idea here is that going to hands come up, bend your knees, arch your back, and then arms come down, sink, round your back as you sink, want down, and then come up and arch your back and go on like that. So we'll do let's do that, and we'll do 6 of them one way, and then we'll do it the other way. There we go. So begin, inhale, arch your back, nice and relaxed, and then exhale, round your back, sink down, inhale, exhale. This is great for spinal flexibility, to bring more of that into your control. Particularly as we get older, they tend to lose our range of motion. And this helps to rehabilitate that. Now reverse it, inhale, arch your back, hands come up, go the opposite direction, sink down, arch your back, and we're also opening the shoulder joints, the back, the chest. And close. And then pause. Eat the chi. By bringing mindfulness to each of these movements and consciously feeling and consciously doing, we are transforming a simple calisthenic, simple physical exercise into something which is able to generate a tremendous amount of internal power and circulate that throughout the whole system. And each time we do this, the body mind registers this change. It takes it in and makes adjustments and allows you to build on that. Feel into your hand and notice the energy that's cranking up there. Okay, now we're going to do small circles. The idea here is the hands come up, we reach out to the side. Notice that my elbows are lower than my wrists. My wrists are kind of lined up with my shoulders. I'm pointing with my index fingers, reaching out. And the idea here is I'm going to be bringing my shoulder blades together and back and drawing small circles with my fingertips. Breathing deeply. You can place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth and connect up your Ren and Du channels. Reach with the crown of your head, tuck in your chin. Feel your three pillars. So we're not just doing a physical exercise here, we're creating an energy circuit that extends way beyond our bodies. But by doing this, we also are rehabbing shoulder cuff. So a lot of us have shoulder cuff injuries, and this is one way of bringing the chi back into that and allowing that to develop. Now, palms up, and we're going to go the other way. Arms should be relaxed, elbows dropped. Notice what I don't have is my elbows like this. My elbows are dropped so that I'm not creating any excess shoulder tension. And you can do these robotically, but it's much better if you consciously feel each motion and use your intention. So you're actually intending each motion. It's not like you just plug in and do it. You're actually consciously saying, yes, I'm doing this. I'm creating this circle. I'm drawing, this perfect circle with my fingers. And good. And relax. Eat the chi. Reestablish your three pillars. Your central equilibrium, your energetic coherence, you're unkinking the hose, you're opening up your joints and aligning them in a way that allows for the chi to flow optimally. Step in. Take a deep breath. The ball of your feet. Feel that yang expansion and then sink into your heels and throw the chi away. Disappear into the emptiness. Letting go. Please have a seat.
That's the way to get off an airplane.
Okay, how'd that go?
Good.
Good.
It's always
Any thoughts, questions, comments, anything you'd like to share with the people watching?
I have a question, not just for the people watching, for me as well. When you say eat the chi, what do you intend when you are eating the chi? Like, you know, I kind of am thinking consolidating or something, but like, how do I eat the chi?
That's a really good question. It has a lot to do with, is the chi going out or is it coming in?
Okay.
You know, so you're saying, I'm saying, I'm receiving whatever gifts that the nature chi wants to share with me right now. We've plugged into the big chi, we've moved this stuff around, we've done tricks with it, and now we're saying, okay, we're done here. Now we're going to kind of say, and stop and just find that point of stillness where you're saying, I'm just going to bathe in these feelings for the moment. And saying eat the chi puts the point of emphasis not just on how your muscles feel or how your bones are stacked up, but that insubstantial quality there of the energy, which you have to be in a particular state of awareness of what I've been calling superconsciousness, to be able to perceive that level of insubstantiality. That means you have to move into a state even more insubstantial than that, what we could call spirit. So we're identifying with the most insubstantial aspects of our self and then say, okay, so there's all this other stuff which is more substantial there, and I'm going to just take it in. I'm going to appreciate it for what it is and just pretend that I'm being a receipt point for this vast amount of gifts from the universe. It's a state of mind which I think is it's helpful to do. Does that make sense?
No, that's really helpful, because I've been kind of doing that, but at the same time, we've never really talked about specifically what that means and everything. So that's really helpful.
I'm really glad you brought that up, because you're right. We've talked about it in past classes, and but we haven't really I don't bring it up every time, and so consequently, there's a lot of people I think who would have that question, and it took me years to figure it out myself. So take your time, just slow down and just say, oh, maybe this is what it is, and that there's a feeling there that I can't name it, but I haven't felt quite like that before, and then you go forward from there.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a claiming lost territory that Rick recorded, and he's, going through all of them. It's the one in particular that's 40 minutes long. And each time, when you're getting kind of toward the second half of the exercises, when you have people stop and to feel their bodies, and you don't use eat the chi in that one, but I couldn't quite put my finger on. You were doing something each time. It was like he's becoming more and more insubstantial, if that makes any sense to anybody else. But it was just, there was a difference in his whole body, what was being presented each time he did that. It became a little bit more and a little bit more. And so, yes, Lynn, I'm very glad that you asked that question, because now I can identify what I was actually seeing and feeling. So cool. Very cool.
Richard.
But I'm just thinking, if you eat the chi, you can be the chi.
Yeah. And because you're identifying with that particular level of insubstantiality, and say, oh yeah, I'm resonating with that. That's great.
I thought he was trying to say you are what you eat.
Jonathan.
It seems like, we resonate as the chi. I mean, I know I'm kind of stuck on this one observation that it's not just your hands are tingling. That polar magnetism means you've created a system, a yin yang system. They're not the same. They're bouncing off each other. And so you're now, we're an I in many ways, but man, this insubstantial way of being an I by being chi, feeling chi as a system in our body, not just a tingling here and a tingling there, is really kind of extraordinary.
Yeah. And what you're saying and what Richard was saying is, like, as we identify with this, we become as much a being of energy, a being of light, that as we are flesh and bone. And you become that. That is something that you feel that.
Right. And not just that we're like, floating into the energy field with it, merging, although maybe it's a precursor to that of some sort, because it really is a unified system within the chi itself. But it's preparatory maybe for something, a bigger dissolve, whatever, but definitely an I of chi, basically. It's just extraordinary.
Yeah. And where we get, one thing that I've been focusing a lot on lately is chin, which is a combination of physicality and energy. So it's, Yang Ming talks about, he says in Chinese dictionaries, Jin will be defined as Qi Li, which is energy and muscular force, or Li Qi, and just, reverse it. But that's the, you'll get that as part of the definition there, where it's a question of how much physicality, how much energy determined by circumstance. What is the appropriate amount of substantial and insubstantial in this particular moment? Mm-hmm. And then as we get more comfortable being energy, then we can move fluidly between substantial and insubstantial, and to be able to access abilities that would remain hidden to people who can't do that. Cool. Anybody else? Scott?
Yeah, as Valerie said, we traveled all day today, and we got here like 2 minutes before class, so we're kind of whipped. But much better now. And I feel, actually, as Jonathan was saying, like a full body of chi. I don't feel the physical body so much right now as I feel the energetic body. I think of eating the chi as like absorbing and sort of absorbing and because sort of becoming having it become you becoming part of it and it becoming part of you. That's the way I think.
Yeah. And you can extend that outward. You can, we've talked before about extending it into eating the chi of the different directions and the elements associated with that direction. Like right now, north is associated with water, associated with kidney and bladder, and eating that chi, eating the water chi, fills us up. And it's something when we are moving into that eye of spirit, where we're tuning into stuff which doesn't fit into our normal 3D paradigm, that we're actually perceiving, one way of thinking about it is multidimensionally. We're actually, by using our eye of spirit, we're able to make these perceptions in ways that our three-dimensional mind has a lot of trouble with. And trouble wrapping around and explaining in concrete language, but you sure feel it. And the more you get used to it, the more you say, okay, well, if I just contact the north, and feel the water, I feel different than when I don't. And so then you can take it from there, and that allows us to explore what else is possible in this, because it's stuff that it would, might not occur to us otherwise. But here it is. It's like, oh no, there's people have done this before. They've done this for a long time, for centuries. So why not give it a whirl? Okay, so all done. Great. Thank you all so much. It's been great to have my.
Thank you. Welcome to winter, Scott and Val.
Yeah, thanks.
Great.
40s tomorrow, though. You get one day. You get a day break.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you. Love you, Maria.
Bye,
Bye-bye,
guys.
everybody.